Okay, we're gonna do a little test on the new Lucioli. This is a 7-pound tube with 2 built-in rim locks and a valve stem. They advertise you can run them down to 4 PSI. I've heard guys running them at 2 PSI. I'm gonna try it because I want to air way down with something like a JX8 here. But my bike's dual sport. I don't want to air it up on the road or air up on faster trails and air down when I need to. In this JX8 here, I've got a really nice broken nitro mousse that I'm going to save for Endurocross next year. It's perfect. I'm getting tired of changing mousses all the time. They're expensive. These are 169 bucks, but we'll see how long it lasts and how low I can run it and how flat proof it is. It's not flat proof like a mousse. It says here the smallest size you're supposed to be able to run is a 120-100. I'm putting it in a 110-100. However, I've measured this JX8 110-100 and it is the same dimensions as the Golden Tire 120-100, and this is designed for a 120-100. So we'll see how it works. A couple of things to note is that I've got 2 rim locks in this wheel. I already drilled one for the second rim lock. If you don't have 2 rim locks, you'll need to drill a hole in your wheel. This Excel wheel, it's on my bike right now, it's already drilled for 2. These are supposed to be lubricated. I'm gonna use Murphy's Tire Soap because that's what I've been running in my bibs. I run silicone grease, standard mousse lube, all kinds of other stuff like that as well, but I want to do all things the same and see how we like this Lucioli. So I'm putting it on a half-worn JX8. I'm gonna use the same lubrication. I'm not gonna change anything else, and we'll see how I like this thing. I really have no idea what I'm doing, and I am not gonna make one of these stupid videos on how to mount it like everybody does online when they mount it for the first time. There is one guy online that seems to know what he's doing, so I'm going to try his technique out and we'll see how it goes. Well, here's what's going on in the barn. Baby goats. We got more coming.
Yeah, I hope that Lavender has healthy babies.
Yeah.
It'll be really cute.
Took less than an hour, 58 minutes, not bad at all. It's a lot like mounting a bib, so if you get good at bibs, these aren't too bad. Funny thing is, that thing weighs 7 pounds. I think a moose weighs 3 or 4. This tire feels ridiculously heavy. So the weight is a factor. I'm running it with the same lube, same half wore out broken tire, changing nothing. Took 58 minutes. That included drilling an extra hole here for a rim lock. Now this poor wheel has 4 holes because I'd already drilled it for 2 rim locks and put in a dummy valve stem, but I didn't drill the old hole where this one needed to go. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/16 holes in the wheel now. This one is the valve stem. Rim lock. I still need to put the washers on here. I didn't have a lot of room while mounting it, so I think I can take those off, put the washers on. This is the dummy valve stem, partly to be a sleeper. But okay, here's the reason to buy trick parts. 100%. I'm an old man, I'm short, I do not have long legs. This is not an old short man sport. I need every advantage I can possibly get, and this is it. So this dummy valve stem here, other than being cool when you run a moose, because it makes you look like you're not running a moose, I keep no valve stem in it, and I use a livestock syringe to pump lube in there. So when you need to re-lube a moose or a tube like this, I got a cool hookup I put on there, and I can put 20, 30 cc's of silicone grease, Murphy's, Michelin silicone lube, whatever your heart desires. One more little fun fact I want to show my dirt bike buddies is here's the moose I took out. I took it out because it's perfectly broken for Endurocross, and I stuck it in a JX8. So I'm saving this setup along with the front I have like this to put on before Endurocross last year if I'm insane enough to do that. But look at this. See where the rim locks were? 1, 2, 3. Granted, I'm running 2 rim locks. 4, 5, 6. These things are spinning. with rim locks. Kind of odd. I never feel it riding or anything like that, but they actually move sometimes. Okay, thank you for your filming, Gwen. I think this was one of the most important steps, using 2 tire irons with the tire off to push the rim lock and the valve stem through the wheel and put some nuts on them loosely. It's no joke. The second half of this job really is like mounting a moose.
And I'm not sure about that one, but
No, Nutmeg, I thought you said a moment ago they were both boys.
yeah, if I'm wrong.
One more thing I'd like to say, these tubes are so heavy. Figured I'd check the balance. I got 6 or 7 ounces, almost another ½ pound of weight on one side of this wheel to get it to balance. I like to just hang them by the axle center from the ceiling. And I use a gun sight level or another type of lightweight level. I put it across the brake rotor. It's real light, doesn't really affect anything, and get it to balance straight up and down.